Good morning, Carrie from down in Texas on hump day. First hump day of the year. Oh goodness. How is everybody? I hope you are ready to get yourself going on this Wednesday of 2024. So excited for this new year. I just can't even contain my happiness. So let's get ready today. I am finding this year, I think a little bit more than last year, maybe a lot more than last year actually, if I really think about it, that the heat in my house is really doing a number on my skin. I mean, really doing a number on my skin. And I know that because of the amount of moisturizers and lotions I've been going through. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about that, because it is a ongoing problem for all of us, because we live in these artificial environments with air conditioning and heat, and it really can play a number on your skin, really, especially as mature skin individuals who have age against us. On top of that, so what I have started to do, and what I have started to see some relief from, I've only been doing it a few days. I watched a video last week from another influencer who was kind of struggling with the same thing, and so she decided to apply her wet products a little bit differently to see if she got a better result. And I think she's onto something, because I've started to do that, and I really do see a difference throughout the day, and I don't seem to be in the mornings needing quite as much as I have been in the last week. Talked a little bit about it, I think, a couple of days ago, but I wanted to readdress it because I think it's important, because we have many more weeks to go in the winter, and it can become an issue. I mean, it can become a pretty significant issue if you're not getting enough moisture into your skin. So I have started with my moisturizers, my e.l.f. 24-hour concealing, my hydrating moisturizer. Then I put on my CoverGirl color corrector, moisturizer, and primer. So I have used 2 of those. And now I am putting on my House Labs foundation. And what I think this lady is onto that I have started to do, especially with my moisturizers and my primers, is I am adding them to my skin, and then I am letting it just do its natural thing by soaking into my skin on its own, right? Not using my hands as much, and just letting the product drink down into my skin, and then letting it sit and kind of get in. And then I'm using just my brush to just sort of make sure I'm spot checking, that I don't have big globs anywhere, and then I'm just sort of evening it out. And then I'm waiting a little bit before I move on to the next step for my makeup. And I must say, I think I'm seeing some difference. I think it's because you're just letting, you're saturating with the moisture like anything, right? Like a paper towel, literally. And then I'm just letting that sink down into the pores and into the areas where I have problems, like right here and up here and here. And my skin just doesn't quite feel as dry as it has been feeling. I've also significantly increased the intake of fluids. 2 reasons for that. First reason, I've been sick for 3 weeks, and I just didn't feel like I was getting over it. And so I have significantly increased my fluid consumption to try to give my body an extra oomph to get over this mess. And down here in the Houston area, there are a lot of people that are struggling with the flu. Our flu outbreak down here has been significant. We are also having COVID again. And so I'm really, really trying. I picked up my pneumonia when my husband was in the hospital because we were there for 3 days, and I was there for 3 days, you know, being with him, and then I ended up bringing it home. Thank goodness he has not developed it, and I pray that he doesn't, because there is so much COVID and there's so much flu going around here in Houston. So increasing your fluid, I think, is a vitally important part, always, but more so in the really cold times where we've got our heaters going, because they are going to significantly dry out skin. And when you have mature skin, you need even more to combat that dryness that we're getting from our heaters. Let me get a tissue here real quick. As you see, I'm still filming in my home. I am not ready to move back out into my office just yet. I want my husband to be further along. I'll probably be here in my home office. Just literally moved my entire office into my dining room. Shouldn't say the entire office. I should say, except the furniture, of course, and the files, all of my processing that I need. So a good 70% of my office is now here in my home. I just really want to be in the house so I can make sure that I'm helping my husband with his recovery. And he's doing very well. Thank you for asking, by the way. You guys just are amazing. You ask, I get at least 2 or 3 comments a day, and that's just, you blow me away. I just can't thank you enough for your kindness and your sincerity. We've never met, and that just blows me away, actually. It really, really does. So thank you for that. All right, so now we've got that in, and it feels like it's really, oh, sorry. I today used my LA Pro pink concealer, and I just used it in my T-zone here where I have dark bags, packing my bags for a trip, as my mom would say, and down in here, just to give in this area where the light hits your face right on, and that's from here to here and here to here. Gets your eyes going really well. See, I'm always applying lotion. I just feel like I'm drinking it. I just need to go put it all in a bathtub and sit in it for 15 minutes and just let it absorb into my entire body. Okay, I'm going to put some lipstick on because my lips are also way, way, way dry. I'm using one of my standard colors. This is Revlon Sassy Mauve. Obviously I'm wearing grays and pinks today. And it is, blushing mauve, sorry, number 460, Revlon. Revlon makes just unbelievable product. In particular, I love Revlon's lipsticks. I think they are one of the best formulas on the market, obviously, and they have the track record to prove it. They've been around since 1910, I think, is when they've started. Alright, we're also going to add some of my Christian Dior lip gloss and moisturizer. I love this product. Couldn't have found it in a better time, too. It's just tastes great, and it is has so many emollients in it. You can immediately feel your lips plump back up. Alright, let's now seal the dry. I think everything is soaked in real well. We're going to come in and we're going to start under the eyes with my loose Laura Mercier pink setting powder. I start under the eyes just because I like to then move down from under the eyes, and then I will come back up to the forehead after I get my eye area and the rest of my face and my cheeks all done. And my nose, my eyelids, and I'm just ever so slightly using my powder puff to just apply. Make sure you continue, don't forget about your neck, and then up onto my forehead. Haven't done my brows yet because I don't want my brows to be all discolored with powder. Now, my skin is the best it's been in, I guarantee you, 20 years. My skin today at 61 looks better than it did when I was in my 30s and 40s. Two reasons: better products, and I'm taking much better care of it. Okay, when you're young, you don't really think about, okay, well, slap some moisturizer on and not really concentrate on a good routine for your skin. So that's the one thing I could encourage all of my younger audience members to do, is really get a good skincare routine down, find good products that work for you, and stick to that routine. Put yourself ahead of the game. Instead of like me, I've spent literally 3.5 to 4 years getting my skin back in good shape, particularly with a big emphasis since 2022 after my weight loss surgery, when my skin went through a big change from that surgery, and I had to, because I lost so much weight so quickly, and I had a really big change in my skin texture, my skin color. Everything changed when I had that weight loss surgery. So get yourself ahead of the game and start doing it now when you're young, so you're really good, laying a really good foundation for later when your skin becomes more mature and it needs more work, right? As we get older and more mature, we need to spend more time on our skin because our skin is aging like everything else. You hit that 35, 40, and it just seems like, phew. Anyways, by the way, have you grabbed your coffee yet? Love my iced coffee. Or your favorite drink? Do you have your tools ready, by the way? I forgot to ask you. And let's get going on this Wednesday. Alright, now let's work on brows. I am using my new Benefit 3-part brow system. And the first part is drawing out your brows. And filling them in the best you can. And I'm just following the natural arch of my brow and then tapering it down to the tail here. I am not one of those that like that, you know how you see a lot of people that have that really sharp point and then the tail goes down this way? I'm not a fan of that. I don't find that flattering on me. So I just like a really nice arch that then flows backward softly. So just, up and over. I'm not a point and then down kind of brow person. Some people can carry that off really well. I do not feel that I'm one of them, so I just like a very nice arched brow that then comes to a tip down at the back here. The great thing about this system is, and this pencil in particular, it is so fine that you can basically make any shape brow you want, because the pencil is so fine and delicate that, and you get such exquisite control with it that you can basically make any shape brow you want. You know, whatever works best for you. I gotta fix that up there. I kind of went off. Didn't get that real symmetrical. It's just really hard. I have struggles with that one on my left side over there, but we'll make it work. Now I'm using the second part of this system, which is the actual brow coloring step. So I'm actually coming in and I am coloring in my hairs, brow hairs, getting them all colored. I gotta clean this up over here. This didn't do a real good job here. I'm gonna have to fix this. But we'll get the color on, and then we'll come back in and we will clean that up a little bit. It just looks all a little cattywampus. So to do that, I'm gonna come back in with my spoolie over here on the pencil end. And I'm just going to clean that up, and I'm going to grab my tissue too, and I'm going to just clean that up where I made that mistake, and then just redraw the tail there so it looks uniform. There we go, that's better. Okay. Easy to fix. Alright, now the third step is the wax that keeps it all in place, and boy does it keep it all in place. But it doesn't feel really stiff either. I was kind of afraid of that when I started to use this system. I'm like, I don't know if I want really stiff looking, you know, brows, because I sometimes think it looks a little unnatural. But this is just sort of a really good in between. Definitely grabs them and makes them stand up, and they stay, but I don't feel it looks unnatural or forced, and that's what I'm so pleased about with this system, is that it doesn't look like that. I didn't want brows to look like my hair was on fire, right? You know, you see those putting your fingers in a light socket and everything's standing straight up on end. I didn't want that because I don't feel that is a very natural look. But this is just sort of a really good in-between. It grabs them and it definitely gets them standing up, and then you just let it dry, and for sure stays in the same place all day. Which I just think is remarkable. My brows have never looked this good, ever. Never. and I so thank everybody for pushing me to try something new. I'm not a person that changes anything very often. I am a creature of habit. Change is hard for me. I am not afraid to admit that. So while those are drying, let's put on our contour. Milani. If you're new to makeup, Milani is a remarkable brand. It really is. You can get it at your local drugstore or grocery store. They have award-winning products in some categories, and their price point is spectacular. Their formulas are spectacular. I started using this particular product, which is the lightest color in their contour blush palette. Not blush, I'm sorry, contour bronzing palettes, and I've been using it for about a year or so, maybe a little bit longer, and this is only my second purchase. That's how long it lasts. Formula is fantastic, and the whole purpose behind using this is to give your face some extra help in highlighting your own assets. So if you look straight on, you can see there is definitely a difference between this color and this color, this color and this color. So what we're doing is we're accentuating this large cheekbone right here, and we're accentuating your jawline. So you're getting that shadow. See how there's a difference between here and here? You can see that there is a slight shadow under here. The one thing I would caution you about down here on your jawline is make sure you are blending. You don't want to see a dark line there, because that does not look attractive, and it does not look normal. And it's very, very, in my opinion, it's very, very unbecoming when you see that. I don't like to see that at all. All right, we're going to use some grays today, and I love this palette. I stumbled onto this palette when I purchased it through SHEIN. Cocoa Venus, the brand is Dikalu. I love this palette. It is the truest gray palette that I have found, bar none. I'm not kidding. Over every single name brand, this brand is the truest gray. When it goes on gray. It doesn't go on gray blue, it doesn't go on gray green, it goes on gray. That is what I have been looking for. I'm not saying the others are not great palettes. They are. Sometimes I put them on and I think they're going to go one way and they end up going a completely different way. So then I've got to try to fix it, and then I just would rather it go on the color that I want it to go on, which in my case is gray. All right. We're going to use soft mattes today, so I'm going to use this one right here, and we're going to start with that. We're going to put that all over the eye socket, up through the transition area, and up under my big eye bone right here, brow bone right here. And we're just using soft, sweeping back and forth motions, get that really blended in and on. It's a beautiful, beautiful, subtle gray. I love this gray. I just absolutely adore this palette and these grays. Of course, gray is one of my favorite colors, and I just absolutely love this palette. Formula is great. There's not a whole lot of fallout with it, and it is truly one of the most beautiful grays to date that I have found. So you can see we're just putting that on the lid, up into the eye socket, up onto this big brow bone, and we're just blending. Beautiful. Now I want to outline my eyes first today instead of doing my transition color. So we're going to use this one right here, this darker gray. It is a shimmer. I do want a little bit of shimmer just to outline the eye, not in the major areas, but just on my water lines to shape and outline my eye. Now you can use eyeliner here if you decided you wanted to use eyeliner. I have never had any skill using eyeliner. I'm going to be real honest with you. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I can do it decent on one side and then the other side becomes just an absolute mess. I can never get it to look even. It just looks always, I don't know, like a kindergartner's been trying to do it. And so I just have sort of given up on eyeliners because I just can't do it on myself. I can do it on others, but I can't do it on myself. Isn't that the strangest thing? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, now we're coming up and we're outlining the top section of my eyeball. And we're just ever so slightly on the lash line. We are just outlining the shape of my eye. We're putting it as far down towards the lashes as possible. Let's blend it real well. That's beautiful. $3 for this palette, guys. $3. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, now we're going to use something here, and we're going to use that same color that we used to outline around my eye right here, and we're going to get that on the brush. And then we're going to put this in the transition, and we're going to hook the eye together. We're going to connect here and here together. So I'm going to start here, and we're just going to get it on that, just on that corner. You're going to get some fallout here, but it's okay. We will get it cleaned up. And we're just making a little bit of dimension right here in the corner. Same thing over here. Bringing it down. Blending. Now, got a little bit dark on me. That's okay, as you can see. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to that same color that we put on the lid, and we're just going to add a little bit of that to the brush, and we're going to blend. We're just going to soften and blend that out, because all it's going to do is make that a beautiful, soft look. Just blend, make sure you don't get any harsh lines anywhere, and then always go out to the side. Now for fallout, because you're going to have fallout anytime you're working with grays, browns, well really any color depending on the formula, but the darker colors in particular, you're going to see fallout. And so what we want to do is we want to find our trusty rectangular powder puff, and we want to get out, well for me I use my Revlon Color Stay 24-hour finishing powder, and I'm going to load it up, just kind of load it up on my sponge, and I'm going to go under and I'm going to sweep. So I first apply it and then I sweep it. I'll make sure that I sweep all of it off. Voila, gone. The same here. Apply it and then sweep. This does two things. It obviously gets rid of all of your fallout, but it also gives you a little bit brighter under eye, right? So if you still have some discolorations, which you can barely see that right here under my eyes, but this does definitely help. I have been using this finishing powder, 20 more years. Guarantee you 20 more years. It just has, it's got corn something in it. I don't know, I'll have to look at that and tell you. But it absolutely gives me this beautiful matte finish that I prefer. Not everybody prefers a matte finish. I do. And this, let me read the back of it so we know for sure here. Revlon pressed powder, translucent number 880. It's the lightest one, I can tell you that. Revlon Color Stay, and I have just been using it forever and ever and ever and ever. And it is by far my preferred pressed finishing powder. Just going to get down there on my neck and do a little there. Okay, beautiful. Now let's get to some blush. Today I'm using Flower Nose. Now this is also, I have to tell you, if you are brand new to makeup and you are looking to start to build your makeup supply and collection, this is a beautiful line of makeup. You get it overseas. It has the most gorgeous packaging. You can find these on sale. Just got to look for them. You can get them in some of the discount shopping opportunities that you use through Temu and SHEIN. Sometimes you can find them. They're beautiful products. Their formulas are just spectacular. Buying them without being on sale can get to be a little bit expensive. But if you're looking for if you're looking to display makeup and you want to create a beautiful display of makeup, this brand is, the packaging is just world class. That and Floris, I think is how you pronounce the other one. They truly have the market on spectacular packaging. What I love about this particular brand is a lot of their little compartments like this, their compacts. Once you're finished, you can turn them into all sorts of little gadgets. This one is my granddaughter's favorite. She looks for it every single time she comes here. So once it's done, I'm going to turn this into a little special secret box for her that she can put in her little purse from her Nana. It is literally her favorite thing when she comes to my house. So isn't that fun? Okay, blush on. Let's just make sure we don't have any harsh lines before we get to the eyelashes. Okay. Now let's work on these lashes. Lashes are really important, and you really need to take very good care of your lashes. From somebody who has lost, good 75% of her lashes after weight loss surgery, it has taken me 2 years. My weight loss surgery was in 21, and 21. And it has taken me this long for my lashes to get back into really good shape. But I've been very diligent. I've been taking supplements, and I've been using some treatments, and I've been using products that don't pull my lashes. Okay? Really important. For me, a mascara, if it has to have any sort of additional product to get it off, it's not going to stay in my collection because I don't want to be tugging and pulling on my lashes. Okay? They are fragile, and I just don't want to do anything that's going to cause them to have problems again, because it just took so long to get them back into really good shape. I'm using Benefit mascara. Let me get you the name on this one. This is new for me. I haven't been using it very long. Bad Girl Bang Benefit. It's in black. I always wear black because my eyelash color is non-existent. So I need the black to help them be seen. Alright, starting down at the bottom, as always. Making sure to lock that curl in. This is a great wand because it truly does comb and coat at the same time, and it gets to every lash, which I love. Gives you this beautiful, full result. Just absolutely love this product. Amazing. Same on this one. Start down underneath like I always do, so I can lock that curl in with this formula. And let my wand do its thing. For me, I love tiny bristled, hard brushes. Get the most control and most volume for me with those type of applicators. And this one definitely is that. Okay, so I go and I do the first coat. I'm finding with this particular product, a lot of times I don't even need a second coat. And we're just keeping the same amount of product on the wand. I'm not reapplying because I don't really like dark, full bottom lashes. I like to see them, but I like them to be not really heavy with mascara. Remarkably beautiful. I just love this formula. It really is beautiful. Okay, to recap. We're in the midst of winter now, so it's really important, the older you get, to make sure that you are moisturizing your face as much as possible, your skin in general, your arms, your back, your legs, everywhere, because we live in this false environment where we have, the heaters on, and they do dry you out. So increasing your amount of moisturizers for the winter time is really important, and increasing your fluid content is also important. That's going to help prevent you from getting sick too, by the way. if you're really hydrated, give your body every opportunity to fight off the flu, because it's definitely running rampant. Here in Houston in particular, we are in a very, very elevated flu outbreak. I got it and then got pneumonia. Thank goodness my husband hasn't got it, but he's been on huge antibiotics from his surgery. My son got it. It's just been, two of my friends have had it. It's just bad. So make sure you're really hydrating your body. It's so important. And get rest. It's another thing that you can do to help your skin. Get lots of rest and make sure you are always going to bed with no makeup on. That is vitally important. Your skin will, if you wear makeup all the time and you only give it an hour of rest and ability to breathe, it's going to start to show problems. So make sure that you are every night taking off your makeup and putting on your nighttime routine, whatever that is that works best for you. And there we go, grays today. We are not in a gray mood, but I love gray, and so I love to demonstrate how beautiful gray eyeshadow can be. I think can be one of the most flattering on any eye color. So don't be afraid of it, okay? I would tell you the thing to do when you're working with any darker color, start light, right? Don't go in heavy-handed, start light, and build. The more you want to see it, the more you can build onto it. So start small and build up, and then you can get the look the way you want it without having to take it off and start all over again. Okay, so do small in the beginning and then build on it. It truly is a remarkable color, and it works, and it looks beautiful, I think, on just about every skin tone and every eye color. So try some gray eyeshadow today. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a remarkable Wednesday. If you're not part of the community, I sure would love it if you would like and subscribe and visit the rest of my social media pages. You can find all the information about me at my main page, which is just my name, www.carriedevlinscroggins.com. And I would love it if you would join our community. Get out here and let's talk about what works for you, questions you may have, ideas that you may have. This channel is to help every single person live their very best life, have success, and have it all. And to also remind you, age is just a number. It doesn't prevent you from chasing whatever goal you have at any age you have. You are never too young and you are never too old to chase your dreams. So go find them today. You can. With dedication, faith, love, and hard work, you can catch them. I believe that with all of my heart. Thanks for joining me on this Wednesday. Love some comments and some feedback, and for all of you that do, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I love to hear from you. I look forward every day to checking my comments to see what everybody is saying, and I really appreciate your time and your effort in doing that. Thank you very much. And guys, I will see you in my next video. Make sure you hit the bell so you know the next time I post a video. God bless. Have a fantastic day. Get out there, everybody, and hit your grand slam, whatever it is, whatever field you're in, and make it the best day. See you soon.